could you? How could you do that?
Because I want her to be happy.
Big brother blinded. Good morning to you, instructor.
And good morning to you, milady. Nicely done. You reacted quite well.
Haven't I told you not to go about waking me up like you're out here trying to kill me in my sleep?
This is also part of your training. Well now, the Academy's training trip starts today. Have you gone ahead and finished packing your belongings?
Of course I have. Please, don't treat me like a child. In the first place, instructor, I don't think you show enough consideration to ladies. If you're going to sneak in like that, then you have to tell me. I have to get myself dressed and ready and so on.
What's with you thinking leisurely like that? Do you think an assassin will wait for you to get dressed and ready?
But it's not like you're an assassin, instructor, are you?
That's a dose for just one person. Think carefully before using it.
Instructor?
That is correct. I'd say you were quite right, milady.
Ah, there you are. I was just looking for you.
Do you have some business with me?
Well, I wouldn't say business, but yeah, you see, sure enough. I was thinking you're the only one for this.
What?
Hey, Kufa. I was just thinking, what do you say about marrying me?
So, in short, your father went and decided on a husband-to-be for you, and in order to decline, you said, I already have a lover who I've promised my future to, right?
Exactly! In Papa's mind, you see, we're already living with each other, and kissing about 100 times a day at the very least.
Have you considered you're taking this too far?
Well, you see, once I started exaggerating, I became unable to stop.
You two living together?
Melida, just calm yourself.
I owe Papa a debt of gratitude so big I could never repay him back. I couldn't refuse his offer. So I beg of you, for the time being, please pretend to be my lover.
I suppose I have no choice then. I'll help you out.
Really? That's great! Thank you!
There's nothing at all great about it!
Who knew you had such muscular arms, Kufa?
I would say they're both clinging a bit too much.
Agreed. Instructor Rose is getting carried away.
I'm sorry, Lady Melida and Lady Elise, but for now, I'm in the leading role. Agreed, darling?
I guess.
Mine!
Hey, what's wrong, milady?
Lady Melida! He treats you affectionately at the mansion. Shouldn't that be enough to satisfy you?
How deplorable. A corruption of public morals. Unbelievable, making eyes so licentiously.
She's Miss Stachi from the board of directors.
It's a great honor to finally meet you, Miss Angel. I have heard a great deal about all of your truly remarkable exploits as a paladin. Completely unlike that incompetent, talented girl, with her pathetically low status unbecoming of a paladin. In addition, to think the attendant she has brought is a man of marriageable age.
Director Stachi, he is more than...
A world of sweet-smelling young ladies. I have once again found myself at the doorway to as yet unknown heroic tales.
It's an honor, Marquis Brosum Prickett.
Sweet, precious Rossetti, my most beloved daughter.
Please stop it, Papa. It's embarrassing.
Thank you for taking the trouble to come, Lord Prickett.
Why, of course. For this particular training trip, there can't possibly be a better guide more suitable than myself, my dear madam.
Why is your father here at the academy, instructor?
Because the destination for the training trip is Shengarta.
Shengarta is where Instructor Rossetti and Marquis Prickett hail from.
Hey! about me, Kufa?
It's due to my line of work. Speaking of Marquis Brosum Prickett, there's no one in the field who doesn't know him. He's an authority on genetic engineering.
What an interesting person.
Oh, and by the way, my beloved daughter, I have happy news.
What is it?
It's been decided that during this training trip St. Friedeswide is taking, our lovely town will be hosting your highly anticipated wedding ceremony.
Hold on! When did that topic come up for discussion? I was never told a single thing about it! I do not intend to get married to a stranger!
Oh, dear Rossetti, my lovely minx of a fiery daughter.
I'm dating my beautiful Kufa that is standing right over here! Don't just ignore my feelings on the matter!
I'm afraid it's as she says, Marquis Prickett.
So you're the young man. How dare you seduce my precious daughter? Are you?
Papa!
No, I'm mistaken. There's no way that could be him.
What seems to be the matter here, Lord Prickett?
You bear a very striking resemblance to someone I knew who is dead.
A dead person?
It was about 7 or 8 years ago. There had just been an atrocious mass murder which had taken place within our very own town.
Something like that happened there?
Ah, I see. You have no recollection of that time. The mastermind of the crime was considered to be a child who was 12. I can see that boy's face in this man here.
Come now. The briefing for the training trip is about to begin. Please head to the Great Hall.
Understood.
And Lord Prickett, we'll be heading in this direction.
Of course. Excuse me.
Instructor, we should be going too.
I'm very sorry to have to say this to you, milady.
Huh?
I'm not feeling all that great right now, so I won't be attending the assembly.
Sorry, but, are you perhaps letting the things Director Stacci and the Marquis said bother you too much?
No, that's not it, milady. You see, so long as you still acknowledge me, my lady, I find that I'm able to believe in my own self-worth. Well then.
Instructor. Something about Instructor's demeanor back there seemed a bit off. I think he was bothered after all.
Lita, what's wrong? You're looking kind of spaced out there.
I'm just confused. I'm wondering why my instructor won't talk to me about anything.
Lita...
It seems I can't help do anything but worry about my instructor's well-being. I'm gonna find him!
Goodness. Why do I have to be an instructor at the academy? It's all that damn brute's stupid fault! Hey, Angel, where are you going? The assembly's still in session.
Excuse me, instructor.
Stay back!
Hey, what's wrong?
It's nothing, ma'am.
Damn infernal blue fire ice king!
What was that voice?
Voice? What are you talking about?
Hold on. She didn't hear that just now?
What happened to her?
She's only fallen unconscious. There are no external injuries.
Instructor? What in the world's going on?
I'm not aware. I myself arrived here just a few moments ago.
I didn't see you, Lord Prickett.
All of you onlookers, I need you to move further back. It is important that we preserve the scene. Now, allow me to show you some of my very finest magic.
His magic?
This here is one of my very own revolutionary inventions. It is a volatile agent that can trace back to any sign of mana. That is to say, it will reproduce for us whoever it was that was present at the scene. See this? This is the mana of the guilty culprit.
That flame's color.
This mana here is That's right. It shows it comes from a male. One who is almost an adult. No, someone who is in their teens.
The one thing I can say is, as for ways to try and prove my innocence, I have none.
Hey, what do you think it is that the culprit wants to accomplish?
Do you mean the blue-flamed culprit?
I do. They said that the schoolgirl lost consciousness. It didn't have visible injuries. What was it the offender wanted to do?
I don't have any idea.
Oh, first time seeing an aurora and lightning, is it, my little birdies? That sight is one of the things my town is known for.
Is it possible the lightning is getting so dangerous the train won't be able to head back home?
Now this, my dearies, is Shengarta. It's a paradise in the depths of the earth. Due to the gene manipulation technology I've brought forth, this subterranean land is now brimming with a variety of luscious greenery. Rare flowers surround us, and tenacious crops abound. You can't see these back in Flandre.
We've allowed them to make their way inside. They've made it all the way here, have they?
The sound of water?
A huge forest has taken.
That voice I heard was coming from the far side of this boulder.
Wandering off? Have you grown too tired of the lecture?
Instructor.
You two! You must stay away from there!
Why?
This area is a mystery spot. Conventional wisdom does not apply.
What do you mean? Why is it a mystery spot?
Due to a very strong kink in the magnetic field, there's a spot that produces an uncanny effect that goes against all common sense.
Brosum!
Dick, my future son! Great timing! This here is the true fiancé
Brosum!
of...
Sorry, but someone else has caught it.
Huh? Those not versed in these things, step back! Pathology progression A. It's too late. Provide him with salvation! And with that, his soul has been saved.
Lord Prickett, what is the exact meaning of this? Conducting an execution is a serious crime.
This is as far as you can get from an execution, ma'am. This is his salvation. He was stricken with an awful disease.
A disease?
Shengarta has been plagued with a rare illness. One loses their rational mind and is reduced to a monster that desires only to slaughter. Therefore, as we must, we promptly put down any individuals the disease has progressed in.
This town is rather bizarre.
Papa is also the administrator of this place. Sorry for dragging you into this whole ordeal. I thought for sure you would turn down playing the role of my lover. Why did you help me out with this mess anyway?
Big Sis Rossetti!
You little rascals, have you been good children?
Yes!
That's quite a merry family you've got there.
Isn't it though? Papa doesn't discriminate against kids who are orphaned.
Big Sis, how long are you staying this time? Play with us!
You know, Kufa, my memories from my childhood are pretty vague. They say I lost my family. But given the kind of place Shingarta is, such a thing isn't uncommon around here. My father takes in children who, like me, have no living relatives, and he provides them with a new family.
It's quite a fine thing, I would say.
Yeah, it is. Apparently Papa also lost his own wife a long time ago.
Big Sister Azadi, who's that tall man?
Well, that's my fiancé!
Wow!
Your big sis has brought her boyfriend back to our home!
It seems like you had a leisurely fun time, huh, instructor? How nice.
Are you angry with me?
And why would I be? Here's a question for you, instructor. What exactly do you think it is that I'm mad about?
Could it possibly be because I left you by yourself and headed out without you?
Instructor, please take out some socks and put them on me. Since you're not mindful of the fact that I'm a girl, I might as well have you dress me. After all, I'm just a child to you.
Milady?
What do you want?
What do you say to going out on a date with me right now?
What? A date? Right now? I'm out on a date night with my instructor!
I really wanted to show you this place, milady. This limestone cave, actually, has a very interesting trick to it. This here is one of the mystery spots. The surrounding rocks are all strongly magnetized. And within a certain area, they produce something close to weightlessness.
Magnetized?
That's right. It also makes for an effective and thorough training environment.
Is that right?
You see, in order to maintain your balance, you rely on muscles you normally don't use. Even in your room, you can recreate that weightlessness by using a hammock. How about we give it a try when we return?
But instructor, why is it that you know so much about this place?
I've previously come to this town for a mission.
Mission? Instructor, will you take me on a date again sometime? Any place would be fine, so long as it's together with you.
Why, milady?
I'm sorry for being so selfish with you earlier. I wanted to inconvenience you a bit. I guess I'm a bit odd. I want to be the only one who's acquainted with you. I'm sorry. It's childish and selfish. I know that.
My sweet lady, you're the first person that I have ever known to feel that way about me. Which is why I'm not sure what I should do.
This is just terrible. I don't want to believe it.
Oh my God! Who would do such a horrible thing?
There are no pronounced external injuries. Even so, their vitality has been sucked up. This attack seems to be very similar to the student from before.
Wait, not again. Did Instructor Kufa do it?
Well, Melida, let's see what your private tutor has to say about this.
The thing is, I haven't been able to find him. Not since I woke up.
There's no doubt in my mind that young man is a key person of interest in relation to this terrible incident. I want everyone here to track him down and bring him back so he can stand before me.
If that's what you ask of us, Brosum, yeah, that's right!
No, don't!
Lita, listen to me. There's something I want to tell you about.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now.
Lita.
Why would Instructor Kufa do that?
Did he really?
Attention, everyone. I know what you all saw was heartbreaking, but try not to let this get you down too much. Let's press on and continue our studies and training here.
Can't say I'm impressed. To think a top student like yourself is escaping. I bet you thought, if no one will believe him, then I need to take my instructor's side and stand by him. Now does that sound about right?
I don't know, I was just...
Pretty foolish, aren't you? I'm seeing you in a new light. Maybe you've got everything right. Seems more worthwhile than investigating boring historic ruins. In the first place, have you started to get an idea of what it is we should be investigating?
I'm not sure. But I can't just stand around and do nothing about it.
How about the mystery spots? Kufa talked about them. He said in recent years there's been an unnatural surge in the number of mystery spots in town.
Instructor said that?
He asked a favor of me. He said, if anything should happen to me, I'd like you to watch over Lady Melida in my absence. I can't believe he goes and asks me of all people.
My instructor asked you such a thing?
We're gonna go around town and ask questions, but I stand out too much. Being an instructor at my age.
I see. That's why you're disguising yourself as a student?
What do you think? Does it suit me well?
Oh dear. You're still inside the hotel at this hour? Shouldn't you be attending to your studies?
My sister left something behind in the room. She was being a baby, saying I can't go unless you're with me, which is why we're here right now.
I just love my kind-hearted big sister.
Oh, goodness gracious. You two are close. Here's some chocolate for you.
Oh. All right! Listen, Angel, I'll get even with you for what happened back there. In any case, let's gather some info.
Okay, I'll give it a chance.
Wait just a second, Angel!
Excuse me, ladies!
Oh, if it isn't a cute little schoolgirl, how can I help?
Actually, there's something I would like to ask people from this town about.
What is it?
You see, I'm looking into knowing more about this town's many mystery spots. They scolded me quite harshly from what they said. Don't go anywhere near them. I did get a piece of candy from them, though.
I award you 0 points. Let me show you how this is done. Big sis, buy me some flowers.
Huh? Sure.
Doesn't it have an unusual scent and shape? Big sister, do you know what this flower is called?
Well,
You see, it's a selectively bred variety that might as well be called a Shangarta brand, young ladies.
That's truly amazing!
Being able to enjoy colorful flowers in arid land like this is one of the many things that's all thanks to Brosum.
Thank you, ma'am. As a matter of fact, we're doing some research while we're around.
Oh? About what?
About all the wonderful achievements here, thanks to Marquis Brosum Prickett.
Well, that sounds just wonderful, doesn't it?
Yes! Speaking of the Marquis' achievements, there's development of new crop varieties. And also, if I heard right...
Identification of mystery spots? Thanks to which there are far fewer people getting injured these days.
What do you mean a mystery spot, ma'am? I've heard they're dangerous places for us to go to.
Well done indeed, instructor.
What can I say? Although I've resigned myself to this temporary position, the true me is pretty great. Understand what I mean? Extracting intel during conversation is not all I can do.
All the mystery spots that old lady mentioned to us were the Whirlpool Forest, the Zero-Gravity Cave, and the...
The most suspicious of all was the Crooked House. That must be it. Brosum Prickett was especially strict about forbidding anyone from entering this area.
But there's nothing in this place.
It's just as I thought. This place isn't a mystery spot at all. This log cabin didn't decide to become crooked over its lifetime. It was built exactly this way from the very beginning.
What? But why do that?
By hiding something within another product of nature, the aim was to make sure that people kept their distance. There it is. Hey, Angel. There's no telling what might happen down there. Stay close by at all times. I bet this is meant to prevent intruders. If this were just a cellar, there would be no need to construct it so deep. Not putting lamps on the stairway is also absurd. By instilling a sense of fear and anxiety, the aim is to deter people from heading further inside this place. To put it the other way around, it speaks to the fact that venturing inside is unadvisable. We're here.
A dungeon? Instructor, who are these people?
Judging from their clothing, they're likely residents of Shangarta. Moreover, those aren't regular old corpses. Lugaru. As you should know, humans affected by the night gene factor, who weren't able to fully transform, would be lycanthropes. I would say that those particular corpses are failed Lugaru. Just look at that man's arm.
That's the man who...
Illness my ass. The thing raging around this town is not some kind of rare disease. All the residents here are being used for some sort of experimentation. The Marquis is starting to look pretty suspicious to me.
You mean Marquis Brosum?
The specimens he professed as diseased were likely carried here to be hidden from view, and then used in his experiments. I suppose that's why he deliberately increased the number of mystery spots.
How half-hearted! It's not enough! Show me some blood! Kill them! Go on and kill them!
Hey, Angel, are you listening?
It's that voice! Oh no! Something is about to start!
Hey, Angel!
Why do I know where the next incident is going to take place?
They say someone's been attacked again. This time it was a school kid. He's dead.
You scared me there, Director!
Lady Melida, where have you been till now?
Why? Why did this happen?
Ellie! Hang in there for me, Ellie! She's still breathing. What a great relief. But Ellie isn't wounded. So where's the blood coming from?
Rosalie, why did you have to die? Why was it that you had to be murdered? This should not have happened. You deserve so much better!
Instructor Rossetti has been killed? What's going on here?
We rushed directly over here after being notified, but arrived to the same scene that you did. Lady Melida, you didn't take part in the training session either, correct?
That's correct.
It would seem Elise noticed your absence, became concerned, and then headed back here.
Ellie did that?
It's probable that Instructor Rossetti then accompanied her. So long as she chaperoned, I gave my tacit approval, but it turned out to be most careless of me. There are signs that Instructor Rossetti put up a fight. Assuming she was overpowered and wrestled to the floor, the culprit is not an average one.
Must be that man!
Huh?
I bet he's a soldier! Hail the townsfolk for me! It's that man in military uniform and black hair! He's the guy who must have killed Rossetti! I want you to drag him before me as soon as possible!
Marquis Brosum!
I feel that my daughter's soul is still here with us. I'll attempt to bring her back.
Marquis, is it right to handle the lady so roughly?
What the hell would some school kid know? I'm a man who has been called a sage before. I shall overcome even the state between life and death.
Soundly defeating a paladin and a career marquis at the same time, huh? There aren't too many people around here that are able to pull that task off.
Please excuse me, Instructor Lacroix. But if you don't mind, could you give me a little time alone with my cousin Ellie?
Well, in any case, we won't be able to leave this town. Not until the lightning outside decides to subside. There can be no more jumping the gun and acting rashly.
I'm sorry, Ellie. If I hadn't gone off on my own like that, you never would have gone and gotten yourself wrapped up in that dreadful incident.
Lita, listen to me. There's something I want to tell you about.
Ellie? Back then, what was it that you wanted to tell me? Right now, I'm weak, so lend me all your strength.
Get that student!
What? Melida, you need to get out of this place! What's going on, Shenpa? Did something just happen?
This time Marquis Brosum was attacked. The culprit wounded the Marquis. Then they stole and made off with Rossetti's corpse. At the scene, there were some flames of blue mana left behind. Our director is no longer capable of being able to stand up for your instructor.
She's in there! That blonde student! Open up!
Come on, child! What's going on? The townspeople now know. They've all become aware of your connection to Instructor Kufa. They are saying that if they take you, they will be able to lure out the culprit.
Let's break down the door!
You need to make a run for it, Melida! Go on, now! Okay!
I'm sorry, Shenpa, Ellie, Director, Instructor Lacroix, Instructor Kufa! I'm going to get to the bottom of this! For the sake of Ellie and Instructor Rossetti! And, above all, in order to save Instructor Kufa! I can hear it. The sound of water.
Wandering off? Have you grown too tired of the lecture?
Instructor...
You two! Huh? You must stay away from there!
Why?
This area is a mystery spot. Conventional wisdom does not apply.
I now know based on my investigation with Instructor Laqua. Mystery spots include more than just places affected by magnetic fields. Besides, Instructor was keeping me away from this boulder in particular. Mystery spot? I think not. There's definitely some trickery at play here. A spider web? Is that Marquis Brosum's actual signature? And here too. And here. And here. The writing regards research on the night gene factor and its extraction and transplantation. This book explains in depth, from lycanthropes, the basis of the
Because the night gene factor must first be extracted, then infect humans with it. In theory, it should be possible. However, there can be no expectation that such a dreadful experiment will succeed. In fact, 7 years ago, I failed to control the night gene factor.
I can sense it. Someone new has crept inside my old haunt. I currently lack the sense of sight. Who the hell are you?
I'm a young paladin girl named Melida Angel. Now what about you then? Show yourself and let me see you!
You're a paladin? I see then. You'll make for a very useful specimen in the experiments. A bright idea just occurred to me.
And what's that? Instructor Rossetti? You're still alive!
I want it. I want blood. Give me your blood, little girl.
Her mana is blue?
See this? This is the mana of the guilty culprit.
Lita, someone has been attacked by that blue-flamed criminal.
Instructor Rossetti, were all of these attacks you're doing from the very beginning?
Now drink. This time suck the very life out of your prey. Present me with the sweet smell of blood. His pupil shall be the first sacrifice!
Instructor!
Snap out of it! Focus!
So you've shown yourself, I see.
No, Rose, please! No! Stop it! Rose, you're not an inhabitant of darkness. All of your memories spent as a human should act now to constrain yourself. Remember! Remember all the people who love you!
It's futile. There's no defying 7 years worth of thirst. Now all you can do is sit back and watch the sight of that woman falling under my control.
What's with your different appearance?
Don't move.
But what will happen if I do move? Instructor, what are you?
Milady, I will now completely freeze any recollection you have of me within your memories and confine it deep down in your heart. Using my anima, such a thing is within my power. There will be no pain or after effects. It will be like reverting back to the day we met. We will have to start over again.
I don't want that!
You can rest easy. It doesn't matter how much of this you might forget. Milady, I will not stray away from being your private tutor.
Instructor!
No one has ever accepted me when I look like this. It terrifies me too much the way you are looking scared at me right now. Please forgive me, milady. This isn't about my duty or mission, but only my own ego.
Instructor, no matter how the rest of the world may view your appearance, I alone will always be by your side. So please, just believe in me, Instructor. Especially when I say that I'll always believe in you. Your white hair, your ears, your translucent skin. I think they're all lovely. Like this. I admire you to the point that I must kiss you.
Milady, why did you do that? What do you think you're doing?
You're the one who pinned me down on the ground, Instructor.
But I am nothing like you. I was born and raised in the barbarous land of eternal night.
Instructor?
Milady, I'm half lycanthrope, which is to say that I'm your natural enemy.
Not bad. I think I'll make this a staple of my diet.
The children. The children are... This is why I put an end to it! There's no way such a dreadful experiment could succeed!
Shut up! It is indeed true we failed to control the night gene factor. However, your beloved emitted the miasma and continues to live on, isn't that right? From now on, Lugaru will occur frequently in this land. That simply means you will have a periodic supply of new test subjects.
A dead body did what?
A half-vampire, huh? I failed to notice earlier. It's impressive that you managed to mix in amongst all the church children.
Sorry, Rose.
So you intend to make her into one of your vampire kin? But by doing so, that girl will be plagued with an urge to suck blood. She'll be reduced to a monster who feasts on humans.
Kill it!
You got me. Didn't know you were Testament class.
You've got some nerve wounding me like that, mana user. But I found the next thing to experiment with. Mana! And you shall be the first sacrifice! I can't see! I'm blind!
So long! Burn in hell! think my days in the field may be over. Just what are you trying to do, huh, kid?
Letting her memories rest.
Why is that?
If she forgets all about me, she'll also forget that she's kin. By doing this, she won't suffer from a thirst for any blood. I have a favor to ask. Can you at least let Rose go? I assume you're a soldier of Flandor, am I right?
Sooner or later, that girl will regain her awareness that she is kin. And there's no guarantee she won't attack humans.
I will keep an eye on her. And in exchange, I'll become your subordinate and pledge loyalty.
If I take you up on that which you offer, you must vow to never unseal her memories. That girl can never again remember who you once were to her.
I'm fine with that.
She won't be grateful to you. She won't pay you any thought. You must see you'll be all alone, remaining frozen as you merely gaze at her from afar.
I'm prepared for that.
But how could you do that?
Because I want her to be happy.
Brother, why did...
You'll be all right, okay? I'll always be watching over you, Rose. So go on and rest easy.
As things stand, there's nowhere in Flandor that would accept a half-human, half-lycanthrope. If my lineage came to light, I'd likely be executed.
Are you serious?
Can you promise, milady, to never let it slip about what we've just discussed?
Mm-hmm.
It's a promise now. If you aren't able to keep it, I'll do this, and I'll eliminate you quickly.
Oh my! I got it. I'll keep the secret till I die.
Very good, then. The issue now is Rossetti. Someone is trying to pry open the door behind which I sealed all of her memories of me.
Do you mean the lycanthrope whose voice I heard earlier?
That's right. The one responsible for sowing the seeds of a nightmare in Shangarta 7 years ago. Nakwa. To think he somehow managed to survive. I believe he has partnered up with Marquis Brosum in what I think is a bid to secure a large number of followers to act as his military force. Toward that end, they chose a fiancé for Rossetti, in hopes of growing the family tree of mana users in town.
That's why they brought Instructor Rossetti here?
Correct. And then, when Rossetti draws out her power, my true nature ends up getting dragged out with it too. So showing my face means that I'm taking a dangerous risk. If that wasn't so, I never would have left you alone, milady.
Instructor... It's just... the way he's hurt Instructor Rossetti and Elian is now causing you so much pain and distress! It's infuriating!
I feel the same way about it. There is, however, one scheme capable of laying waste to all his greedy ambitions.
So what's the problem, then?
It's not something I can do on my own. So then, milady, will you allow me to entrust you with my own life?
Instructor, don't you know by now that my life is bound together with yours?
That's Sir Brosum for you.
To think he healed Lady Rossetti despite her being injured so gravely.
Don't you think something's a bit off with Instructor Rossetti?
I wonder if it's because she hasn't made a full recovery yet.
Now, pledge your loyalty as a man and...
No! Put a stop to the wedding!
Who the hell are you?
Instructor Rossetti! I'm not about to let you back out of our competition! If you're to get married, then please acknowledge it right now! When it comes to love for Instructor Kufa, yours is no match for mine!
Kufa...
Hey, Rose.
Instructor Rossetti! Just so you know, my instructor and I have kissed twice already!
Oh my, Melida, what a girl she is. That damn brutish instructor.
Kissed? Instructor Rossetti!
If you know what's good, don't do anything to upset Ellie and I more than you already have!
You kissed each other? I haven't been able to do that! There's no way I can just let this slide! I had a feeling the time would come when I'd have to settle things with you, Melida!
Fine with me! I'm about to show you the strong bond between mentor and apprentice! Which of us is worthy of standing by Instructor Kufa's side?
And which one of us has the stronger feelings for Kufa?
You're on! Polka! Finish! Phantom Blade! Fledging Divine Power!
Was her attack overly weak?
Too hot! You're going to die if you don't fight!
You've done it now, Melida Angel.
The one truly responsible for attacking the children is that lycanthrope right there!
A lycanthrope? No way! This bastard caused those incidents?
It seems I might have greatly underestimated you, Melida Angel. I am most delighted to see you. My name is Nakwa. I am a lycanthrope and an arachne.
Take him down!
Not so fast!
Why are you looking so courageous all of a sudden? Have you finally remembered?
I do! I remember what happened! I recall everything you forced me to do! No, a lady.
This time, suck some blood.
No!
You're thirsty, are you not?
No! Lady Alesis!
In that case, die, bitch!
It was you back then! You were behind the accident that occurred when I was a child!
So you remember that now. Having hindered all of my plans, you leave me no choice. As such a powerful mana user, I'll have you provide me with your flesh alone.
Get away from my sister!
Kufa!
Ice King.
Awaken, Rose. Now, Rose, let's kill that bastard.
All right.
Do you think you can kill me? I'm an arachne, one of the Grand Lords who rule over the Night World.
How insolent of you, Rossetti! Where are you?
I call on Tristram!
Huh? A zero-gravity rocky tract? Oh! Damn it! I can't move! It's futile.
Given I possess the ability to break apart, you can't fully annihilate me!
So he'll just rise again?
This is different than 7 years ago.
Reduce every last one to ashes! Phantom Blade, Legend Divine, Power!
You knew? This was your plan all along, wasn't it?
Maybe so. And now our intertwined fate ends here.
Wait! Stop it!
I remember everything now.
I can see.
About you, Kufa. About back then. All of it. I've wanted to see you.
Come, Rose. I'm going to seal up your memories again now.
Please don't. I don't want that.
In exchange for sealing off your awareness of being kin, you can remain in the public eye. It's... Rose, that's the pact I had to make with my guild. Please understand that.
But I just want to live alongside you.
It's very cold over here. I want you to look to the sun and smile, Rose.
I don't want to forget about you.
It'll be all right. I'll always be by your side, keeping watch. Forever and always.
Big brother.
So now, please go on and rest easy.
My Carmilla. What can I possibly do to bring you back now?
You know, you never once let me into this room, did you?
Are you?
Is this woman here your wife, Marquis? She has begun to turn into a lycanthrope. And so you used Nakwa's abilities to stop the process. Saving her was part of the deal. By aiding along with Nakwa, wasn't it?
What else could I possibly do? If I hadn't had Nakwa lend me his power, there was nothing I could have done.
Do you remember a long time ago, Marquis? As a young boy, when my mother and I were persecuted in this town, and it seemed like we would die in the gutter, you welcomed us and took us into the safety of your church. And you attended my mother on her deathbed, and then gave me a new family after I was orphaned.
That was all just me acting on an impulse.
Here. This is a drug that returns a partial lycanthrope back to being fully human. This will be the only time that I will show you filial piety.
Carmilla, my beloved. Oh, Carmilla.
Farewell, Father.
Did you hear? They say Marquis Brosum turned himself into the authorities.
Sir Brosum was also responsible for the lycanthrope and that rare illness in town, right?
I also hear his wife will take over looking after the church and children.
I'm glad you finally came around and woke back up.
I wasn't about to leave you on your own, Lita.
What's that supposed to mean? You say that like I can't stand being alone.
Am I wrong?
Maybe you're right about that, Ellie. I've come to realize something lately. I can't achieve anything all by myself.
Lita, did something important happen while I was asleep?
Nothing all that major happened to me.
You liar. I'm gonna tickle you till you say it.
Cut that out! I'll tickle you back!
For some reason, my memory of my time spent in town is pretty obscure.
I don't think you need to remember it all. Don't try to force the thoughts.
Yeah, right.
Are you sure you're okay with not staying there a bit longer?
It's fine. Even though Papa may not be around anymore, Mom came back. Besides, I have my own job to take care of.
Is that right? I thought staying home and living a laid-back life was the option you preferred to have.
To be honest, I have never told anyone about this. But I had a goal in mind when I decided to join Crest Legion.
A goal?
There's someone I want to see. When I was a little girl, I feel like they were always by my side. But now I can't seem to remember either their name or face. Getting to the point, my plans to become famous. If I can do great things as part of Crest Legion and become known to people all over, then...
Then the other person will find you instead.
You got it, Kufa.
Instructor?
Huh?
What are you doing here? No fair! The seat next to Kufa is where I belong!
And why is that, Instructor Rossetti? I thought you were done pretending to be lovers for now.
But...
Besides, my instructor and I have the sort of bond which we've already kissed.
Yeah, now that you bring it up, what is the deal with that?
Can someone explain the characteristics of the 8 basic classes and their superiority and inferiority from a strategic perspective?
Well then, Melida Angel. Okay. When used most effectively, the Samurai class, which is known for its superb agility, can achieve a 3-way deadlock when facing the Fencer class, which excels in defense, and the Gladiator class with its superior strength. On the
Lady
other
Melida has been displaying remarkable growth as of late. To the point that it's far exceeded my expectations, in fact.
This book was quite interesting. So if you'd like, I'll make an exception and lend it to you.
Thank you! In exchange, I'll lend you one of my books, too.
However, the fact remains there are many people who aren't pleased about the rapid progress of the incompetent, talented girl.
It is already nearly the end of the school year. The day third-year students leave this academy and head out into the world is fast approaching. However, there is a major event before that. It is the Vibria Goat Librarian Certification Exam.
Huh? What is the Vibria Goat exam?
It's the general name for the massive labyrinth that lies within the central part of Flandor. If you must picture it, the place is best imagined as a kind of library. From books of ancient times, when the sun and moon were still present, to reproductions of letters and confidential documents. It contains all kinds of texts, totaling more than several hundred million.
That's amazing! So the ones who dig up all of those texts are Vibria Goat librarians? Is that right?
Exactly! The certification is rather difficult, and also dangerous.
Rest easy, you two. Only second-year students and up take it.
Melida? Elise? Do you by chance feel like taking part in this year's exam?
With all respect, headmistress, the young ladies are still first-year students.
But you two were this year's represented cadets in the Luna Lumiere selection tournament. To convince all that were involved, I want to prove that you two, although first-year students with the Academy, were indeed worthy of being Luna Lumiere cadets. I am not concerned whether you pass the exam. If you would be willing to stroll around the relatively risk-free first layer, that would be enough.
The opportunity for it came during the Luna Lumiere selection tournament. I was able to examine the mana of all the students present. And, compared to Elise Angel, I determined the mana Melida carries within her is not only different, but individually unique. This is of grave concern. Lady Melida Angel, despite her lineage from a Knight Duke house, carries mana that is different from that of a paladin. In conclusion, as for what that means,
It means the rumors were true! That incompetent, talented girl is not a child of House Angel!
Her mother truly did have an outside affair!
Utterly immoral.
I've had my suspicions for quite some time. Now the entire nobility's prestige is affected by this scandal.
I believe that the secret of this incompetent, talented girl should be disclosed to all of the people of Flandor.
I couldn't agree more.
Same.
Good judgment is to be expected of Duke Schicksal, Flandor's pride and a hero.
I had a feeling you would all be in agreement with this decision. The question is, how to bring it to light in a manner such that the masses are convinced of the girl's lack of heritage.
I know a great way to do that. We should produce a little show for all to see. This calls for one of the assets of Vibria Goat, the magical text called Anders Codex. In it, we will chronicle in detail the events in the area as they occur. Using this book to record, we shall make Melida Angel's obvious blunders known throughout the world.
Excellent. For the sake of all the people of Flandor, I shall become the sword that brings about a revolution. Now then, this will open the show that shall expose the deceit that has grown in House Angel. Is something the matter, Salacha?
Hey, big brother. Is what you're doing here really what's going to be best for Melida?
Listen, Salacha. This needs to be done by somebody eventually. Right now in Flandor, there are many machinations swirling around concerning Melida Angel. In such a harsh environment, making her continue to fight on would not be to her benefit. And so, as a reprieve, we need to put an end to all that suffering.
I see. I guess you might just be right.
I almost forgot. Here's a good luck charm.
What's this?
It's a bequest from someone who was said to have been a great librarian at Vibria Goat. It's called Alternate Fountain Pen. I'm sure it will lend you courage.
Thank you.
Excuse me, who the hell are you?
There's quite a fuss going on over there.
Hold on! By no means am I the least bit suspicious. I've simply come to see my daughter.
Daughter?
That's right! I'm telling the truth. Surely she's around here somewhere. Oh! I found you! I've been wanting to see you, Melida! My daughter! Helgus! That guy's a fiend! He tore to shreds our close ties to each other and stole away the fruit of the union I had! Ah, Melida! You must have endured such hardship!
Who are you?
Pleased to meet you! I'm your papa! Now, let me get a better look at your face!
Stop right there!
My daughter, Melida! I was happy to see you even for just a moment, but that violent boyfriend of yours troubles me greatly.
On a night of the 13th month, the false soldiers will come crawling out. The golden fledgling is sought at the altar. One cannot dance with only one shoe. I would like to apologize about touching you like that.
Instructor, were you thinking about what happened at school this morning?
So it seems you could tell that about me. The day I inspected your mana like this for the first time, we talked about it, am I correct? About how someone who starts unsavory rumors about you will surely appear? And it seems to me that someone's trying to impair the dignity of your house.
I believe that the man from this morning has no sort of connection to me as well as my mother.
I'm also of the same mind. However, I believe the enemy likely has more tricks in store for you.
Instructor, is there anything I can do to try and stop them?
I do, milady. I have an idea. I would like to present you an exam.
An exam?
I will have you take the Vibria Goat Librarian exam, and you will pass it.
Instructor? But isn't it supposed to be really hard and dangerous to pass?
It's the perfect stage to make them all recognize how ready you are. Both the public and your enemies.
But if I'm unable to pass the exam to your satisfaction, what will happen afterwards? Instructor? Will you end up leaving this mansion and not coming back?
Let me see. I would see to it that you would receive some punishment.
Punishment? What kind exactly? That's a bit frightening.
That's a secret for now. So you've got to promise to try and push forward without being scared, okay?
That's terrible. You're being mean, Instructor. So if I do pass the exam to your liking, then will you at least give me a reward?
A reward?
Well, of course. I mean...
I look forward to seeing what selfish request you're going to trouble me with.
I appreciate you coming along with me on this, Ellie.
Well, you are the leader of our unit. I'm excited to go on a quest with you.
Let's definitely pass the exam, okay?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you two. Getting fired up is fine, but don't overexert yourselves, okay?
Okay.
This way.
Well then, Instructor, I'll do my very best in there.
You take care, milady. Like always, I'll be awaiting your sure return.
Now, everyone, you get the general idea. Are there any questions? In accordance with the grade of your exam, please proceed to the reading room on the applicable layer and obtain your proof of passing immediately. Then safely return to the first layer before the hourglass runs out. Vibria Goat is prowled by the haunted ghost of the librarians who formerly worked there. And they keep a sharp eye out for intruders who try to take books without permission. The lower the layer one descends down to, the more powerful the ghosts will become. So, don't carelessly descend to the lower
What's going on here?
The Vibria Goat should still be a bit further down than where we're currently stopped.
Are you alright?
You and Lady Melida sure seem to get along quite well.
Excuse me? Is the Academy Director around here by any chance?
She left just a moment ago to head to the certification exam with the students.
What unfortunate timing. This has become a problem. I can't keep our guest waiting. Oh, that's it! Instructor Kufa, will you please attend to the guests?
If you're okay with that, I don't mind helping. Who is this guest?
It happens to be Melida Angel's father, Duke Felgus Angel.
I'm sorry I failed to introduce myself sooner. I am Lady Melida's private tutor. My name is Kufa Vampir.
So what's going on with Melida and the Academy School's director?
They are currently heading over to take on the Vibria Goat Librarian Certification exam.
She's taking the exam despite being a first year. She's only nominally participating?
With all due respect, in order to obtain a librarian qualification, Lady Melida and her cousin are currently exploring the exam earnestly. It's quite impressive.
Melida has no need for a labyrinth librarian qualification. I want you to bring her back here at once.
She's no need for the qualification, you say?
This is a notice of Melida's withdrawal. At the end of the school year, I will remove Melida from St. Friedwide's Academy and take her back to our principal residence. I thank you all for your hard work up until today.
Can you wait a moment, Duke Felgus? Why would you choose now to close off her journey forward in the Academy?
I have heard about the suspicious individual who entered the Academy grounds yesterday. That was my own mistake. I knew that putting her out in the public view would give those with ill will towards the house a chance to do us significant harm.
If you can at least wait one more year, your lordship, I'm confident I'll be able to report results that are to your satisfaction in regards to Melida.
It seems you hold a very high opinion of Melida's potential. But most importantly, isn't it the case that she doesn't accurately grasp her own ability in regards to her power?
I understand what you mean. Currently, Milady is still inexperienced. However, my lord, I can sense the unlimited potential that is within her being. I am confident in this much. No one in the world here understands Lady Melida better than I.
Instructor Kufa! Instructor Rossetti! This is serious! This was sent to the school office!
Wait, that is the emblem of Guild Grimfist. Give it here.
What does it say on the back of the card?
The fiend's hunger has fully peaked. The books written in the young lady's blood will forever fill the shelves of the boundless library.
The young ladies are in danger.
Where are we? Amazing. This is the massive labyrinth, Vibria Goat. Where are the older girls? And what about the director? Look at the hourglass. Lida. Do you think maybe the certification exam has already started? I don't really get what just happened to everyone else, though. Let's push forward, Lida. I wonder what sort of layer we're heading into right now.
If I recall, the grade 6 exam we're taking should take place on level 5. I don't think it's all that deep or dangerous.
It's ghosts! Are you all right, Ellie? If you can't handle it, I'll take them both down myself. I can hold my own ground. Don't be frightened, and watch carefully. Yes, although it's scary, thoroughly analyze it. This is fun! Instructor's teachings, instructor's movements, instructor's words.
All the the aspects of Instructor Kufa are propelling me now. So long as Instructor is with me, I can keep on going. I can keep on fighting. Instructor! We won! We got this, Ellie. Even if the director isn't around, we can pass the exam. Let's keep pressing forward.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I can't believe it's in this kind of shape after just one battle against those ghosts.
Instead of 2 ghosts, what if 4 of those things were to appear at exactly the same time?
It's no use imagining bad scenarios, right?
Good point. No, you're kidding me.
Once upon a time!
What just happened? You two, what are you both?
I feel like it's been quite a while since we last spoke. I'm sure you were dying to see me and Salacha once again, am I correct?
Is it true that they're targeting the exam students?
Correct. However, there's no need to worry. I will bring all of them back without fail.
Are you really going on your own?
Yes, I am. If anything should happen back here, I'm counting on you.
I'll take care of it.
Please be careful down there.
I will.
So, are you two also here for the Labyrinth Librarian exam?
That's right. We might as well all take the test together.
Is that kind of thing okay?
Sure it is. And besides, I think it's their fault for tossing us first-year students in here without a guide to help us. I would hope they would be okay with little birdies like us supporting each other. Hey, Sala, you think it's a good idea too, don't you?
Well, I guess.
Great. This is the first joint quest with the 4 daughters of the 3 big Night Duke houses.
Well, when you put it that way, this is actually pretty exciting. Right, Ellie?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm going to check the map. Once upon a time. Seems we're in the 2nd layer. The exam is on the 5th layer, so let's take the stairs.
What is that book?
Mater Link's survey map. It's a magical text that, when used inside Vibria Goat, it informs you of your current location and displays a layer map.
Magical text?
Yeah, it's one of the assets of Vibria Goat. But there's a limit to how many times it can be used, so we can't use it excessively.
It's no fair that you have a map to help you.
I'd say it's far more unreasonable to order us to explore this sprawling labyrinth without a trusty guide. Since we're all gathered here, I'll fill you in on all the details. In order to bewilder looters, this place is full of all sorts of tricks. One of them is the magical texts. Try reading this book.
Okay. What's with these letters?
Unless you hold the corresponding grade of librarian qualification, you can't tell what effect a magical text will exhibit. You can still attempt to use them, though.
You sure know a lot about this, even though this should be your first time, right?
Well, that's because Mew comes from a family of Vibria Goat researchers. The Lemures are a family of scholars who have maintained a research room in Vibria Goat for generations.
This really is unfair.
I don't believe there's a rule prohibiting you from bringing things with you. Leaving that aside, we need to try out the effect of the magical text.
Even though we have no idea what kind of effect it will produce?
That's all the more reason we need to test it and see. Wouldn't you agree? The incantation is once upon a time.
I have butterflies in my stomach. I call once upon a time. What's going on?
Dear me.
Where are you, Lita? I feel a cold draft for some reason. My outfit changed? When did that happen?
That magical text was Diva's collection of poems. It has magic to infuse the power of characters from old tales into you. And it looks like it has chosen to dress you as Cinderella. As for the effect, you'll receive all kinds of divine protection until the time limit has concluded. I think that was it, anyway.
That's nice and all, but it's hard to walk.
Well, what about me?
You look so cute, Ellie.
Elise, it seems you've been given the role of Ruby. As for the effect, the wildness of the wolf resides in you.
That tickles, stop it!
Wow, you sure are flaunting it now.
Mule, what role were you given?
Seems to be abracadabra. I can use the genie's power a total of 3 times.
Mew?
Wow, the Little Mermaid is a very rare role to receive.
But I can't stand up in this! Slotch is a first-year student like us, isn't she?
Yeah, that's the fruit of betrayal for you. The forbidden fruit that rips apart the ties between this group.
I want to touch him.
Huh? What?
Actually, that's my exclusive privilege. But I'll make an exception and let you touch them. Come and enjoy them to your heart's desires.
You can't just give them permission to do that! They're coming for me! Wow, they feel so nice cupping my hands!
They're so springy and so soft. Just like fresh pancakes.
That's quite enough touching already! Stop it!
We changed back.
That's too bad. Using magic comes with a time limit, you see.
And for the exam, too.
Oh, that's right! We need to hurry!
I'm through. I think I want to go home.
You can't just yet, dear. After all, the best is yet to come. That's where the exam's held.
What's that?
It says, will you take the exam?
Yes?
The exam starts now. It entails the mending and proper arrangement of the books.
Mending and proper arrangement?
Maintaining the books with care is one of the many jobs the librarians possess.
So we just have to tidy up those books, huh? What is that thing?
A demon that eats through books called a boar imp. If we eradicate that thing, the books will be mended back.
Leave the mending to me. Everyone else fix their arrangement.
Got it!
Yeah! I did it!
Ladies, let's get this over with.
All right, I'll handle all of these things. What's with that? Mule, what's going on over here?
I really don't know. My mother never said anything about this happening.
I got one in over here.
I get it. This is a puzzle.
It's a puzzle?
I'm going to try to decipher it, so you need to buy me some more time. All of these books appear to be written by using only 25 symbols. The meaning of the content is unclear, but all the combinations that can be expressed with the 25 symbols are present. If we consider that no 2 books here are identical, there's a book somewhere in here that's the same as this, besides a single character. Supposing that is the case, then that would mean the writing in one book should clarify the position of another book, so... I've deciphered it! Give me a hand! 4th bookcase, 2nd shelf.
Okay, got it.
All right, now Elise, 2nd bookcase, 5th shelf.
Come back here!
3rd bookcase, 3rd shelf. 6th bookcase, 7th shelf. Over there! That's the final one!
Melida! Got it!
you know?
Yeah, we gave it our best down here. We scored a major victory. What in the world is that? This is...
Our proof of passing the exam. Now we need to get ourselves back.
Yeah. All right then. What about the time limit?
We're fine. We have plenty of time left.
That's a relief. Let's hurry on back.
Hey, Melida, you two were actually serious about passing the exam. Considering it's a difficult test for first-year students, why put in the trouble?
Well, doesn't the same go for you and Salacha?
Well, as you might know, we are the top students at Saint Autriche.
To be honest with you, I want to be acknowledged as a child of House Angel. Not just by peers and people around town, but also by my father. So my instructor thought to give me an assignment.
Ah, I see. So this was an order from that cool instructor of yours. Although, it may be true that you passed. I don't see how that actually acts as any proof you're a child of the House of Angel. I'm sorry if I offended. I'll escort you back to the academy. I know a shortcut.
Let's go, Lita.
Okay. Salacha, why?
I'm sorry, but
My. Sala, aren't you carrying your mischief a bit too far here? Give the book back to her now. It belongs to Melida, not you.
This exam is a trap for you.
Headmistress!
Miss Shenfa, everyone here is safe?
Yes, Headmistress.
There's nothing for you to fear anymore.
Please, Headmistress, if you would, tell me what in the world happened.
That vegetation that suddenly covered the whole elevator. It was an illusion brought about by the magical text Peronis Trompe Loyal.
Magical text?
Yes, and unfortunately, due to its effect, we got carried deep within the labyrinth.
Why did such a thing happen?
Let's save an investigation into all of the details for later. For now, we should just concentrate on getting everyone safely back to St. Friedesweit.
I don't see the first-year students anywhere.
Indeed. We need to alert the Academy of this freak incident and call in some help.
Not a single soul here will be able to return home.
I assume you were the ones who set that trap in the elevator? What in the world did you hope to accomplish?
Oh dear. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me!
I can handle one of them. Just stay strong and remember to keep your wits about you, Miss Shenfa.
Got it!
So you finally show yourself.
It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. Director, I must say your reputation precedes you. Crowdall is the name I am known by. An apostle of Guild Grimphis, an eminently sinister militant organization. You may recognize me as an artificial lycanthrope who indulges his reputation as a necromancer.
So you're with Guild Grimphis? Why are you and your dead targeting my students?
I'm afraid dead men can tell no tales. Their lips are but sealed.
Here you are!
Having to protect them like this is onerous, isn't it?
There are some things I will risk my life for, and that, Crowdall, is a point of pride for me. I won't let the likes of you ever think about laying a finger on any of them.
Headmistress, no!
Damn you, bastard!
Headmistress!
I beg you, please take care of my students.
We ask for you to please forgive us, Headmistress! We were the ones who read from Perona's Trompe L'Oeil. We did it on the elevator.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
My father ordered us that we had to. We never thought things could possibly turn out like this.
No way!
As you can see, this is my secret art of discarding the flesh and coming back as the undead king! Now, my ghosts, hurry and assemble before your king! Tear to pieces anything that exhibits life!
A trap? What do you mean by that?
Look, Lita, it wasn't the grade 6 exam that we just finished. It was grade 5, one higher.
It was?
Why did you deceive us?
What is that? Hey, wait!
Melida Angel. Class, rank, samurai. Well then, I must inform the older brother of the Schicksal family.
Lita, we need to catch her!
You're right.
Everyone, start moving!
The gates St. Bride's Ride!
Go now, my children! Smash them to bits!
I can't take on a force of this size in my human form.
Instructor Kufa!
Why? I would no longer be able to be by her side. Is there no other way? So you managed to make it in time, Williams Jin.
Just barely, it seems.
What are you doing here?
It's futile. My bandages suppress superhuman abilities.
Bastard! You're a traitor! Jin, you'll pay dearly for this!
You will now call me Williams.
I didn't think you would actually show. You have my thanks.
Well, as they say, one can't dance with only one shoe. Besides, if you go away, my whole plan here will ultimately end up being ruined.
Instructor Kufa, who is that man with you? He looks like he might be a lycanthrope.
None of that should matter to you, ladies. Truth is, we owe this man our lives. On behalf of us all, allow me to offer you our thanks, Sir Bandage Knight.
It's nothing. I'm glad we were able to avert that crisis, but they might still be in a lot of trouble back there.
What do you mean by that?
Guild Grimfist has invaded St. Friedwide Academy. The criminal threat was sent for a purpose, making sure to keep you away from the location. This time, their target isn't aiming for Melida Angel. Their main interest is...
the lives of all the Academy students, it seems. Before the matter of this imposter is made public, they're attempting to silence all of the eyewitnesses.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem leaving those girls behind was the right call after all.
Instructor Kufa.
Put your minds at ease. I'll bring the other young ladies back safely.
Oh, there you are. Hey. You must be the one known as Williams Jin. I hear you are wishing to join our guild?
No, sir. I hope to exchange information.
Oh? And what is it you want to know, young man?
If you'll share the results of your research about lycanthropy, and how one can return a lycanthrope back into a human, I'll act as a spy and regularly provide you with intel on criminal activity. What do you say?
Am I right in thinking you'd like to return to being human?
Your question is wholly beside the point. All I need here is a yes or a no.
Let's wait and see. I will judge whether you're useful to me based on your performance going forward. Okay?
Yeah, that'll do for now.
So what brings you here anyway?
We received some information from Duke Lamore, who administers this place. He said that unexpected movement was observed at 2 of the gates that led into Vibria Goat. One is the gate managed by the Mordru Arms Association of Commerce. The other gate is managed by the Schicksals, one of the 3 big Night Duke houses. That gate is said to be located on the 18th layer. As far as investigating the matter, Kufa, you're the right man for the job.
All right.
I've got you! You need to be honest! I thought that the both of us had become friends! Why are you doing this to me?
Because I like you, Melida. That's why I do this. Once upon a time.
Run away, Melida! Melida!
What is it that the House of Schicksal is after? Milady's secret? Her life? If the time finally arrives, when Milady's life is to be taken... that is a job for me alone.
I see that much talked about.
You're telling me to disgrace myself? It's best if you just give up.
You're incompetent.
Perhaps they've gotten lost, and they'll get here soon enough. Where exactly am I? It looks like my outfit has changed.
Welcome, Melida, to Walter's illusory tale.
Mule!
Can you keep quiet and behave yourself? It's about to begin.
Begin? Lita... Ellie!
Quiet, please.
What is this?
Greetings, miss. Welcome to the Queen of Hearts court. I presume you're Melida Angel, is that right?
Yes, big brother. That is without question the daughter of the head of House Angel.
Very good. Now then, let the trial now begin.
Begin the trial?
The man before you is the judge as well as the ringleader behind this conspiracy. It was specifically under his instruction that I was to ensure that you and the others would be led here.
Oh. I don't really know who you are, sir, or where you even come from. But you need to listen. I won't bow to a king who hides his face, or conceals his lineage. We're still in the middle of our certification exam, so I'll be going now.
You cannot flee, imposter daughter of the House of Angel. Clerk, please start recording.
It begins with once upon a time. Anders' Codex here is a magical text that will accurately chronicle all the events as they unfold. So I'd advise you to be careful about the choice of words you use with us today. Otherwise, you'll end up delighting the public with a Night Duke House-related scandal.
There is a single charge held against you. The defendant here, Melida Angel, in spite of having no qualification to be a Knight Duke House, is suspected of laying claim to the Angel family name and deceiving the people of Flandor over the course of 13 years. What say you, jury?
Incompetent, talented girl!
That is unforgivable and treasonous!
Precisely right. However, the time to shed light on her vocal crimes has finally come. The man who says he is her true father has appeared and taken center stage to bring his daughter back home. And furthermore, we have the proof here that the defendant's lineage is improper.
You can't have that! That's my...
Name listed, Melida Angel. It says that her class is... oh my. Samurai.
I knew it! So that girl really is. I may be a samurai class, but that's not evidence that I'm not my father's daughter. My instructor taught me that. Even when one is born into a Knight Duke house, there are cases in which they don't inherit a higher ranked class.
You are indeed correct about that. However, there is something I just can't wrap my head around. Why is it that you were an incompetent, talented girl who didn't have any mana? And why only now at the age of 13 did your mana decide to awaken?
Well, that's because...
That's because what? Why did your mana manifest all of a sudden?
If anyone finds out about what happened...
See? She can't even give a reply! She has a guilty conscience!
No, I can explain!
Are you sure? Deep down, even you know it's true, don't you? Being labeled an incompetent, talented girl, you are unworthy of being part of any house.
It's as clear as day now. Melida Angel's father is not Duke Felgus.
This is absolutely unbearable. When the two of them married, Duke Felgus had people from all quarters running him ragged.
What a little hussy she was to see that devotion.
Shouldn't the commoners be expelled to the lower social stratum of living? Flandor should be kept as the domain for us nobles. Leave the rest out!
Shut up! Shut up! Don't you dare speak ill of my mother and father like that! I remember it all! I remember that my mother sincerely loved me and loved my father! I refuse to believe I'm the product of an affair!
Then tell me why is your mana...
I will prove to you my legitimacy! I will become stronger than what I am now! I'll join Crest Legion and become the kind of child of the House of Angel who's acknowledged by everyone! I'll attest to the great love that my mother and father shared during her life!
Oh, Lita...
You will hear me on this! I will not give in! And I will be damned if I lose to all of you!
Then you should prove it to us. Let's see whether or not you're truly a match for someone from a Knight Duke house.
Salacha?
Go now, my loyal Knight Jack. Expose the deception that has grown rampant in the House of Angel.
I wanted to put a stop to this before it went this far.
You need to stop this! Cut her out!
Now that it's come to this, I'm left with no choice but to fight you. The best I can do is end this quickly by my own hand. I can at least take some pride in that! Don't feel bad about it!
Lita!
You'll make it worse if you put up a struggle. I have no desire to see your blood spilt.
That's so considerate of you. But you would be wise not to be so confident and underestimate that samurai class! It's the Dragoon ability of flight! Behold! Springily rise! Oh no, Lita!
Don't worry. She seems to be trying her best, at least. Melida doesn't have a chance in a million of winning. I mean, right from the beginning, she's getting pinned down by Sala, a Dragoon class. She's not a Paladin class, and moreover, if she suffers an overwhelming defeat to a fellow daughter of a Knight Duke house who's her same age, there will be no one left to believe in her descent, not from the House of Angel, at least.
You reek of lies with your talk of nonsense.
Huh?
Lita boasted about you to me. She said she had gotten to know a pretty girl during the tournament. She felt like you might become a special kind of friend.
I see. Then I bet her hate for me is pretty strong now.
That's your real intention.
So long as she has a friend like you by her side, I'm sure Melida will be fine.
I see. You really like Lida, don't you? You may think of Lida and look down on her, but I do not. I will stand behind her in support, and I take pride in that!
She's out there dominating.
Take a look at that. How unsightly is it to do nothing more than run away?
Those with adult eyes see that and think she's dominating. Just who the hell is she? That man who trains her.
No! Salata!
No more hiding and flight!
Sala!
Lady Salata lost?
Now you all listen to me! What I did shows exactly why I take pride in being samurai class! It is because of that I was able to pick myself up. And it's because I want to catch up with someone that I can find the courage to push forward. Staying true to myself. It's the only way I will make you accept me as is. I am a paladin of the House of Angel!
If that's it, then does that mean Lady Melida truly is the daughter of Duke Felgus, and the late awakening of her mana in class was simply terrible luck that befell her? And if that's the case, wouldn't it mean we've done something extremely treasonous? Once she's backed into a corner, she's of no use at all. I suppose I'll make it as if this never actually happened.
Is that thing...
Melida!
What just happened to that pen?
It looks like an alternate pen. It's a super rare, non-standard item that can rewrite the effects of magical texts. What's Sala doing with something like that?
This is not the time to be afraid. We're mana users for crying out loud.
Melida is absolutely right, Sala. Playtime is over for us now.
Right.
To the gallery! This is the only way out!
Hurry and get on the other side of the door! Mrs. Othello?
Well,
Please quickly take refuge. Ellie will be troubled if you don't return home to her. It would break her heart.
Quickly now! We need to go too!
Come, come! Beautiful princesses! Isn't it about time for the finale of this fairy tale?
But aren't you the one?
My current role is not to play Melida Angel's imposter father anymore, but as complete, unadulterated evil.
You are an imposter! How dare you torment Lida like that! It's eroding?
Time to end this!
Ellie!
You caught me.
I will protect you, Ellie.
Now let me hear the despair-filled shriek of a young lady!
Instructor!
Sorry I took so long, Lady Melida. You can leave the rest to me now.
Sorry, Instructor. I'm going to protect everyone too.
That's the kind of thing that makes you my pupil. Let's finish this, milady.
Ready!
I suspected that you would come. The private tutor of Melida Angel.
As if I care. Now, beat it.
When did you...
Too slow. It's taking you too long to unleash your mana.
Understood.
What's a bastard like you gonna...
Don't make light of the samurai class. Brilliant severing petal.
Did you just?
Oh my, how careless of me. Those two are just so passionate they couldn't resist.
Damn it! That brat!
Stop making a fuss and being unseemly.
Duke!
Though it happened within a tale, you suffered a true death, so you bet it hurts.
Please, you must save me, Duke!
I get it. Thank you for your service.
Why would you do that?
Well, I thought I would give you one last role to play. The unforeseen ability of the incompetent talented girl, the skill of her private tutor, and his background. It would seem there is still much that I have to do before the time is just right.
Lady Elise! Instructor Rose! I was so worried! Please tell me, are you okay? Yes, I'm all right. I'm glad you're back, Instructor. Melida.
I'm happy to see you're safe.
I'm sorry to have worried you.
Melida, you did a great job. Thank you.
Truly.
In the following days, a number of people claiming to be Lady Melida's true father wrote into various newspapers regarding the incident that had secretly shaken the Cardinal Scholarship District. Well, the matter was quickly resolved by Knight Duke Sergei Shiksal, who had moved forward with an independent investigation. And as it turned out, the culprit behind the incident was a member of Crest Legion named Bijou Nice. The young elite knight is considered to have perpetrated the act of violence due to harboring doubts about the current state of the nation. But he's gone into hiding, and the truth of the matter remains in the dark. To deal with the aftermath of this crime unprecedented in the history of Crest Legion, the commander of the unit, Duke Felgus Angel, is briefly staying with Lady Melida.
Come on, get back up.
Thanks, Nerva.
Lida.
Huh?
Now.
Regarding your class that was shown on your certificate for passing the Labyrinth Librarian exam, your great-grandmother, there was a relative who was samurai class in her generation, if I'm remembering correctly. You very much resemble Melinoa.
Father!
I leave the rest to you.
Sir. I'm so happy for you, Lady Melida.
We have to hurry. It's the opening ceremony, so we need
Milady,
to get ready too.
it's time to go.
All right. You know, your eyes are the same as my instructors. You're always together, aren't you?
Milady.
Oh, instructor. For my reward for passing the certification exam, will you hear what I chose for my selfish request?
Go right ahead.
I want you to be present to see it. The moment this world and its people, which could be said to be cruel, acknowledges me someday. Instead of entrusting my life to you, I would like to one day risk my life to save yours.
Sure enough, she is my little lady.
Oh dear! If we don't hurry, we'll be late! Let's go, Instructor.
You are